I'm Adam.
And I'm Cleo.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Hey Cleo, did you ever get worried about the first day of school?
Of course I did.
Is it because you're a panda?
No, there were other pandas in my school. I was worried about normal things like not having any friends. Or messing up.
I never really thought about those things when I was a kid. I guess I was supremely confident in myself and my capabilities of making new friends with anyone.
That must be nice.
I think that the more you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, the easier it gets. You stop worrying about what you can't control and start embracing change.
Wow, you really do sound supremely confident.
In today's book, Sarah is not feeling so confident. Let's get started. First Day Jitters by Julie Danneberg, illustrated by Judy Love. Sarah, dear, time to get out of bed, Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom door. You don't want to miss the first day of your new school, do you? I'm not going, said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. Of course you're going, honey, said Mr. Hartwell, as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school, Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed. How can you hate your new school, sweetheart? Mr. Hartwell chuckled. You've never been there before. Don't worry. You liked your other school, and you'll like this one. Besides, just think of all the new friends you'll meet. That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it'll be hard, and I just hate it, that's all.
Do you ever have a hard time getting out of bed?
Not really. I have an alarm clock, but it's a technicality. I wake up around the same time every day, ready to go.
I guess teachers are always full of energy and enthusiasm.
What can I say? I have a lot of things I look forward to every day. Why not wake up excited?
Not me. I love my bed and have a hard time getting out of it in the morning.
I guess that makes sense. You probably have fancy bamboo sheets.
I find it hard to leave the comfort of my bed, especially during cold mornings. I just want to hibernate all day.
Pandas don't hibernate.
No, but you know what I mean. Actually, I really get out of bed because I'm hungry.
Food motivation. That's something we have in common. What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming. They will think that I'm lucky, and they will wish that they were at home in bed like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes. Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled into the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. My head hurts, she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. And then they were there. I feel sick, said Sarah weakly. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down in her seat.
Hey Adam, since you never use the snooze button, does that mean that you rely on coffee to keep you going?
No, I don't drink coffee.
So you aren't one of those people that blames ineptitude on coffee.
Ineptitude? What do you mean?
You know, when people apologize for being scatterbrained or for not paying attention because they hadn't had their coffee yet.
Nope, I don't do that. If I did suddenly decide to drink coffee for the first day of school, I would have a different First Day Jitters. What about you? Do you drink coffee?
China has historically been a tea-drinking nation. In fact, it is our national drink.
So you don't drink coffee either?
Oh yeah, I love coffee. It pairs with bamboo so much better than tea.
Oh, Sarah, Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day, she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. Class, attention please, said Mrs. Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, Class, I would like you to meet your new teacher, Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell.
Whoa. This girl was the teacher.
Sure is.
Why would she be so scared of the first day of school?
That's kind of the point of the story. Teachers are people too. They can get nervous, worried, or want to sleep in. We like having our summer just as much as the students.
But why was she so late? Do you normally show up after all of the kids? And are escorted to your class by the principal on the first day?
No, that's poor professionalism. Really, they just did it for the surprise factor with the reader.
It sure surprised me.
Yeah, teachers usually start going to school a week or so earlier than the students so they can prepare for the upcoming school year.
But that's too boring for a picture book.
I totally agree.
Maybe this teacher is a bit more spontaneous and flies by the seat of her pants.
Perhaps. Or maybe she just moved. Regardless, if you want to do something spontaneous, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm Adam.
And I'm Cleo.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Did you know anxiety can cause cold hands and feet? When we feel anxious, the flight or fight response kicks in. When this occurs, blood flow is directed from your extremities, such as your hands and feet, and towards the torso and vital organs. This creates the feeling of cold in your hands and feet.